Hello class plus 1. Now we have transportation system. Here we have two transportation system, active transport and passive transport. First one is active transport. So what is active transport? The transport of solute involving use of energy is called active transport. The molecules or ions in active transport move against the concentration gradient. What is active transport? Where the energy is required. This is known as active transport. Here is the mechanism of active transport. It is assumed that carrier proteins involved in transport of material across the membrane. First of all, carrier molecule bind with the solute of the outer surface of the membrane and forms carrier solute complex. The complex then moves across the membrane and shows rotation at 180 degree. Finally, the carrier solute complex breaks on the inner space, releasing the ion or molecule. The carrier molecule return back to its original structure to outer space to put fresh ion or molecules. Here is the diagram of active transportation. Here outer side you can see the carrier molecules, outer space, inner space, carrier ion complex. The carrier molecules enters into the membranes or outer space where they forms in second diagram where they forms carrier ion complex. After that, this rotates, carrier ion complex rotate at 180 degree and releases their ions in inner space, and again this comes to its original position. This is active transport, and in active transport I have to already told you that they requires energy. Now here is one another method, bridging proteins acting as a channel through membranes. The model of solute transport was proposed by Singer. According to it, the integral protein that occurs in the form of bridges in the entire membrane act as a channel through which the substances are transported. Means here the integral proteins form a bridge like structure in the entire membrane and act as a channel for the transportation, and this model was given by or proposed by Singer. Now what is passive transport? The transport of solute without involving the use of energy is called passive transport, and the molecule or ions move along the concentration gradient. Passive transport, there is no involvement of energy sources. That's why they are known as passive transport. And molecule moves along the concentration gradient. While in active transport, the molecule moves against the concentration gradient. That's why we required energy. Now here is two terms, sympart or antipart. What is sympart? Sometimes two different types of molecule moves across the membrane by the process of facilitated diffusion. If both kind of molecule move in the same direction, it is called a sympart. Same means same. If both molecules move across in the same direction, that they are known as sympart. Antipart, when the two different molecules move in opposite direction, it is called antipart. Now what is plant water relation? Plant water relation, first one is water potential. The potential energy of water is called water potential of water. Now permeability, a body is said to be permeable to a substance if it allows the passage of the substance through it, and this property is called as permeability. Those which do not allow both the solvent and the solute particle to pass through it, it is called impermeable. If they allow the movement of molecules, then permeable. If not allowed, impermeable. The membrane which allow the passage of selected particles through it, it is called semi-permeable or selectively or differentially permeable. Semi-permeable which allow the selective passage. Impermeable which do not allow the movement of particles. Permeable which allows the movement of particles. Now solute potential. The amount by which the water potential is reduced as a result of the presence of solute is called solute potential or osmotic potential. What is solute potential? By which the water potential is reduced as a result of presence of a solute is called solute potential. Thank you, students.